You know, this is my third attempt at stand-up, which is feeling a little bit more comfortable than my last go-around. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna flex for a little bit, real quick, and hopefully this isn't too soon, too late. I don't know. We'll see where it is. But you know, everyone was affected by this global pandemic that came through. What was it, like 2 years ago? Just smashed into us like a train. You know, and not me. I gotta be honest. I had a really good COVID. No, shit was great. I was told not to come to work anymore. I was in the food service industry, and folks were really freaked out about that. They said, no mas. I said, okay. And for some reason, I started getting checks in the mail. Bigger than my paycheck. It was amazing. And I didn't have nothing to do but smoke weed, cook food, and work on my house. Great combination of things. You know, and I had a really good time. But one of my favorite parts, you know, when everything was still real nuts, no one knew what was going down. You didn't know, can I touch stuff and breathe on things? Like, you know, what do we do? And, you know, I got to, like I said, cook, eat, smoke weed. It was a good time. And so my favorite part, you know, when you're gonna cook a lot, you got a grocery shop. And that's another one of my favorite things. But in this case, it was a little different than normal because again, everybody's freaked out. So no one's getting close to anybody. You know, you walk into an aisle, the whole aisle's yours. You know, you go into produce and it just empties out. It was great. But walking up to that grocery store, I kind of felt like a Tarantino movie, like every single time, you know, because you get glasses on, because I don't know, I'm going to get COVID in my eyes, I don't know, I'm going to protect myself. Mask up, boom, hood up. I kind of look like a mix between like the Unabomber with a cold and Osama bin Laden. You know, a little mix between the two, beard poking out from underneath my mask and all that stuff. It was pretty dope. And then, you know, you got all this time, I started to discover a thing that some people call day drinking. You guys familiar with day drinking? You know, when you start right early in the morning and you just don't stop. My eyes are open. It's on. You know what I mean? It's a good time. So day drinking turned into like round the clock drinking. I discovered that. That shit's a good time. When you don't gotta work, all you're doing is cooking, working on the house, all that, you know. And as I don't know if anyone else fell into this problem where you got nothing to do, you're used to working all the time. Now what do? I don't know. Drink more, right? I discovered that was a lot of fun. Then I discovered cocaine. They don't make it very strong. You'd think that it was, you know, but it's not, you know. And so then I just turned the volume up on that one more time and went real old school and just started smoking tons of crack. Because why the fuck not? We got this COVID on, you know, I might die tomorrow. So I want to just hit that button, ring my bell as many times as possible throughout the day. It was wild. But inevitably, that type of behavior will lead to a thing we call rehab. Lame. But, you know, whatever. You get into rehab, you start, you know, sobering up. And that was the first time I had ever been sober, probably since I was like a little, like full-on sober. Real, no reefer, no occasional drinking, full-on sober for like the first time since I was like maybe 10. And, you know, you start to talk in these groups, you know, what is it, group therapy? Yeah. Super amazing, you know. It feels good. And you're sober, your mind's clear, you're remembering shit from like how many ever years ago, and you're like, damn, the truth is pretty dope. You know, I could never tell the truth before because the truth normally involves some other wily shit that I can't really talk about in public. But now, I'm not holding. I got nothing in my pockets. I'm clear-eyed. So I can talk about whatever I want. And it didn't matter. You know what I mean? I couldn't get busted when I walked away or whatever. I was good. I was really good. And so, you know, rehab was great for me. Like I said, I cleaned up. I felt good. I felt healthy. I felt strong, both mentally and physically. And the program was over, you know. And I don't know if anyone here has been involved with rehab or know anyone that's gone through rehab, but there's this concept that people talk about called the pink haze. I don't know. Is anyone familiar with the pink haze? No? So pink haze.
We need to know.
It's a hard one to describe. So think about it like maybe like when a born again Christian happens and they're fresh, you know, and they're just still covered in that gooey Jesus amniotic fluid. Truth! You know? And they're infected by it and they want to tell everyone around them the truth, you know, stuff like that. So that's kind of like what the pink haze is a little bit like that. But instead of talking about Jesus, you're like, I used to smoke crack. I did that shit. I did it. Now I don't do it anymore. I'm cured, you know. And I never wanted to forget ever how bad life had gotten while smoking crack. So I decided, which they recommend against, no tattoos for like the first year. Certainly no dates. Don't put out. I got sober on this sped level. And so, whatever, like I listen to anybody in my life. So I went down to the tattoo parlor and I said, man, I want across my back, big, like this. I almost sucked dick for crack. Because I was proud of myself. I didn't cross that line, you know? It's amazing. And he was like, really? I'm like, yeah. A pink haze, I'm deep in it. And I'm like, yes, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I didn't do that thing. They're like, okay, man, but it's going to be like 2 sessions. You know, you got to, yeah, I guess, but okay, sure. So they go to town. Just, you know, I want a block, big, black, thick block lettering. And we get to a point where he's pretty much done with everything. He's got to fill it in, and I'm done. I've never had a tattoo before. You boy wiped me out. And I was like, dude, can we maybe finish this like next week? You know? It's a bad idea. Real bad idea. Because, you know, when I come back in the next week and he's getting ready to start, I said, listen, man, I relapsed this week, unfortunately, and I'm going to need you to have to cross out that almost. I have to pay for this tattoo somehow. And, you know, and that's the thing, you know, that's the thing. You got it, again, now that I'm sober again, it's not pink haze shit anymore, but it's honesty, you know? And if there's that, see, you know, I don't want to offend anybody. If folks like sucking dick, that's great. I'm not trying to come down on anybody. You know, I'm a straight male. It wasn't my favorite thing on earth. I've certainly done worse things. You know, definitely easier things for money, for sure. But, you know, so I don't want to offend anybody. Like I said, if that's your bag, cool. If it's not your bag, you get it. You get what I'm saying. You like it. You know what I mean? So, really, it's more of like a cautionary tale. Crack is amazing. Don't do it. Ever. And because, you know, like I said, he didn't wind up doing some crazy ass shit. And luckily for me, I made it through with all my teeth, which is good. You drink a lot of water, it'll get you through. And, you know, that's how it be. So, but, you know, besides a drug problem. COVID, like I said, besides that, like I had a great COVID. And reflecting back on it, it's kind of what eventually led me here, because, not here, I guess, but to this place, Utica, because, you know, once you burn everything down that you have, you got to kind of just pick up and go. Because you just can't be at that same grocery store once everybody's taking their masks off and stuff. And that doctor was like, oh shit, I remember that kid. And he's trying to avoid you, and you're trying to avoid him. And it was a small town. So, you know, I feel a lot more comfortable going to the grocery store these days without my mask, my glasses, and I don't got to bump into that dude, you know, because he might be like $20. And I don't know, I just don't want to, that's awesome. Folks, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Y'all have a